What's up, guys? Doing another video here. Check it out, man. I'm gonna show you here, my collection of instruments, budget guitars and the like. So I figured we would start with one of the first guitars I ever owned. I have a Franciscan classical guitar, purchased in 1992, and it was like the floor model. I think it was like $300 back then. It's a nice guitar. Stays in tune pretty good. I haven't tuned any of these up, so I'm sure a lot of them won't be in tune. Let's go to something newer. Got my Xavier here. I bought this just a little bit ago, did a review on it. It stays in tune pretty good. It's like just bought it a little bit ago, like $200. You can look up the review on my channel. Okay, what else have we got here? Got my Rogue square neck resonator. Got it tuned to like I think it's G minor. Yeah, nice guitar. I think these cost like $250, something like that. This one was given to me, so I forget what they actually cost. Let me put this away. You can see I have quite a number of instruments. Let's go to, let's see, I got my little guitar, ukulele, right? Not really in tune. I've had this one a lot of years. You can see it's a bit beat up. It's a K is the brand, and I really like this. I dig it. It's my first ukulele, and I've had a lot of fun with it. Check it out. Thought you guys might find my instrument collection kind of cool. There we go. Put it away. Let's see what else we got here. Here's my banjo, my Ida, apparently is how it's pronounced. Yeah, had this since the 90s. It's a nice banjo. Pretty much in tune. It's pretty close. I'm just picking them up as we go. This was free, given to me. You can find them for about $100, on like eBay and different places. Nice banjo. Here is my lap steel. Kind of cool. It's Cozart. It says custom handmade. I don't know what this costs. This was given to me. I have no idea the what this will cost you, but it's a pretty nice instrument. Like I said, this was let me move the microphone there. So I don't know what this costs because, like I said, it was free, given to me. It's a nice one though. Set in your lap. Use the slide on it. These aren't actual frets. They are all painted on. Because, you don't need frets anyway. So, next up is my Harley Benton 12-string. Mostly in tune. It's a good guitar. It's around $200. And, I've done a review on this as well. It's a good instrument. I like it. Like this one. I've got this old one. This is a Sakova acoustic guitar. It's tuned to some kind of open tuning. This was my dad's, and he gave it to me when the neck started detaching, and he couldn't really play it anymore. It is, you can see it is pretty well beat up. It has seen way better days. The action is horrible. The whole neck is starting to bend out. I used it for a number of years for slide guitar because you don't need to worry about what kind of condition the neck's in. The frets are worn completely down anyway. It is a total mess, but like I said, I used it a long time for slide guitar, and it's gotten to the point where it's almost not playable anymore. So, sounds good, or used to sound good anyway. My Harley Benton Delta Blues. I've had a number of reviews I've done on that, like 2 reviews. I've used it in a lot of songs. It's not exactly in tune. It's close. Close enough. Good guitar. I love this one. This is a great guitar. This is $100 from Thoman Instruments. So, hey, that's a good one. Even has a pickup on it, you know, kind of cool. But, hey, nice guitar. I dig it. It's one of many that I have. I've got a Fender 12-string acoustic. Right now I got it, I think, tuned to Dadgad. It's a little out of tune. You can see my kid has put stickers on it, and I only have 6 strings on it because for some reason it won't hold 12 strings. I don't know what it is. Every time I try to string up all 12, the thinner ones snap. You know, it just, I don't know if it's the nut or what the deal is, but it won't hold 12 strings. It doesn't even sound that good. You know, I'm not thrilled with it. I've had problems with Fender acoustic guitars anyway. I haven't run across one I really liked. And this one, we paid like $350 for it a number of years ago, and it really, I regret it. It's a guitar I wouldn't buy again. But I usually keep it tuned to some kind of open tuning just to play around with, you know? Here's my Yamaha C40 classical guitar. You can see more stickers. But, yeah, it's mostly in tune. This has been a really good guitar. Played a lot of gigs with it. My wife's played it a lot. My brother gave it to me, but I don't think these things are terribly expensive. You know, 150, 200 bucks maybe, something like that. I've been looking for them. I don't think Yamaha sells these anymore. I haven't been able to find one anymore, but this one I really like. Yeah, I dig this guitar a lot. It is really beat up because it has been played a lot and it has been gigged a lot, and it's got some dust on it. I get a lot of dust in my house, so every time I pull the guitars down I end up dusting them. But yeah, this is a good one and one of my favorites. Share it with you there. Yeah, as I'm digging stuff out of the folkier corner of the room, figured I'd drag this out. It's my little fiddle. This one. Who made this? Anton Schroeter. And I believe it's a 3/4. It's a half or a 3/4. I'm not exactly sure. I bought it for $100 a number of years ago. First fiddle I bought. I'm not terribly good at the fiddle, but I love the way this one sounds. I don't know how tuned up it is. Haven't played it in a while, but I played this a lot for a number of years, and you know, I dig it. You don't need a full-size fiddle. You can get a smaller one, and you know, as long as it sounds good, right? So we'll put that away. There we go. So from that folkier corner of the room, you can see the electrics are behind me, but I'm getting all this acoustic folky stuff out of the way first. I've got my Harley Benton fiddle. Black. It's got a pickup in it. Yeah, it's got one of them. There's the controls on the side. It's got the plug on there. Pretty nice fiddle. Sounds good. It was like, I don't know, 130, 140 bucks, something like that. I bought it as a B stock, so it was about $100. You know, I don't know what they run now. I bought this a while ago. It's a good fiddle. It's good for beginners. Definitely a decent instrument. I like it. I play it a bit here and there. Haven't been playing the fiddle as much lately as I have in the past. So, you know, not exactly getting any better at it. And I wasn't super good in the first place. Some people pointed that out in my reviews, that I'm not that good a fiddle player, but I'm not pretending to be. So, you know, next thing, right? Here is another fiddle. For not being much of a fiddle player, I own a number of fiddles. I think you can tell. This is my Harley Benton Electric. It's an electric fiddle. It's got a, you know, pickup in it. There's the controls. All electric. It's really nice to practice with when you don't want to wake people up, when you don't want to bother the whole house, because you can just plug it in. It's even got a headphone jack. Comes with a pair of headphones. So, I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. And I mean, it sounds pretty good, but you know, whatever amp you run it through, that's kind of how it sounds. So, electric fiddle. Alright, so let's start down the electric guitars. Here's my Harley Benton SCFR. FFR for Floyd Rose, you can see it. It's got the Floyd Rose tremolo there. This was under 300 bucks when I bought it. It was a B stock again. And I love this one. This is a great guitar. I've played this a lot, so you know, Harley Benton. You can see I have a lot of them. There's another Harley Benton. This was a kit guitar that I put together and painted. You know, I really dig this one. It's a lot of fun, especially because I painted it myself. I wanted a yellow guitar, and I mean, you know, yellow SG. Painted this with, oh, what was it called? Implement yellow, like what they paint tractors and backhoes and stuff. And it already has a couple chips in it. I've kind of beat it up, you know, so, but I play it a lot. And, yeah, I dig it. It's a fun guitar. Kit guitars, they're a lot of fun. So let's see here. We have one of the ones that's been a favorite on my channel. This is my Firefly LP, FFLP. It's a good looking guitar. This was like, again, like $200. Fun instrument. I've been fiddling with it a lot. I've got it, you know, set up really good like I like it. And, you know, I dig this one. It's heavy. This is a heavy guitar, you know, but it's fun to play, sounds really good, and it's cheap, you know. Yeah, next up we got my Xavier Telecaster. This, again, is about $200. Yeah, it's falling a little bit out of tune. I was just playing it the other day, but definitely a good guitar. Xavier's are good guitars. I've got a couple of them here. I showed you my acoustic already. And, you know, worth checking out. Love this one. Definitely got that telly sound to it, you know? Alrighty. Yet another Harley Benton. This one is their 7-string. What was it? The 457 BK? Something like that. I've enjoyed this guitar. This is an introduction to 7-string guitars. I wanted to try out a 7-string and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. It's got that, you know, Stratocaster look to it, but with humbuckers. Really kind of cool. 7 strings. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like, I think it might have been under $200. I forget exactly. I have a review on it on my channel here. It's worth checking out. But yeah, that's a pretty cool guitar. Here's another one I did a review on. My Harmony. Which one is it? H80T. It's a Stratocaster copy made by Harmony. I bought this in like 95? 94, 95, something like that. For a long time there, it was the only electric guitar I had. You can see I got a bunch of stickers on it. Played it at a lot of gigs. Really played this guitar a lot. Really cool instrument. And, you know, if you see these around, they're usually like $100. It's worth $100, definitely. I got this at a pawn shop way back when for, I think it was $90 actually. So, you know, worth checking out. Alrighty, bass time. I did a review on this one as well. It's my Squier J bass, you know? Yeah, nice guitar. It's a 4-string Squier J bass. Got stickers on it, because why not? And I think I paid about $200 for it. I think you see a theme here. Most of my guitars are around $200. I think it was $200. I bought it used. I think brand new it was like $250. And the guy owned it for like a couple days and returned it. And the guy that owned the shop sold it to me for $200. So I needed a bass at the time. Couldn't pass this up. Good deal. You know, I was borrowing my brother's bass and I needed one of my own for recording. So there you go. Alright, yet another Harley Benton. This one is a 5-string PJ bass. I forget exactly what it cost. You know, I don't think it was a lot. I bought it at the same time as that Harley Benton 7-string because I wanted a 7-string guitar and a 5-string bass so that on each of them I have that low B string. And you know, I really dig it. It looks good. It sounds good. I've used it for recording a lot of stuff. I've enjoyed it a lot. So, you know, dig it, man. Here's a guitar I've reviewed recently. It's my Rogue Spider round neck resonator. You know, let me see. It was, yeah, I think it's tuned to E, open E. Yeah, sounds pretty cool. I did a review on this recently, and you know, I forget what they cost. 150, 200 bucks. This one was given to me, so a friend gave it to me, and yeah, it's a pretty cool guitar. I've been enjoying it a lot. So, hey man, dig it. All right, here I've got my Savannah Baritone ukulele, and still kind of pretty close to in tune there, you know? Something like that. Anyway, this, I bought this, oh my god, I don't know, over 10 years ago. I've enjoyed playing it. Baritone ukulele is tuned the same as a guitar, you know, whereas a top 4 strings, high 4 strings on a guitar, as opposed to a regular ukulele, which is tuned like a guitar, capoed at the 5th fret. And instead of a high string, you get a lower string here. So I've enjoyed this this instrument a good bit. It's been a lot of fun to play. Me and my wife have played it a lot over the years, and it's just something different, you know? There you go. Now I've got this mandolin, which was given to me. You can see it doesn't have strings on it. I did a repair video on this recently, and the repair I did on the neck really seems to be holding. I just haven't had the time to fix the other things that need fixing on it. I don't know if I ever will, to be honest with you. It is pretty beat up, but it looks cool. So I still have it laying around. Here's another ukulele. It's a kilo. Yeah, obviously not in tune. It's a cool little thing. We paid like, me and my wife bought it for like 50 bucks. You know, fret ends are a little bit sharp, but you know, you couldn't get instruments as cheap when we bought this as you can now. If it were now, I wouldn't buy something like this. It looks cool, it sounds nice, but I could get something better for the money now. But back then, man, this was a pretty good deal, so we bought it. Here is my Asheville mandolin. Bought this years ago. The original bridge on it was broken, so they cut me a deal at the store. It's close to in tune-ish. I haven't played it in a while, but I've owned this for a lot of years. It's a nice instrument, sounds pretty decent, and it was our first mandolin. This was actually my wife's. She played this a lot, and you know, she really enjoyed it, and we still enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Alrighty, here is my Aria mandolin. Aria is a Japanese guitar company, and this was made in the 80s. I did a review on it, and yeah, it's pretty close to in tune. Like I said, the Asheville mandolin was more or less my wife's. This is pretty much mine. It's one of the more expensive instruments I've bought, being that this I paid $300 for it. And I'd say it's been worth it, man. I love this instrument. Great, great little instrument. It's been a lot of fun, you know. Yeah, I dig this thing, and you know, it's good looking too. Alrighty, here we got Harley Benton open back banjo. You can see open back. I wanted an open back banjo, and these were like $100, you know. Kind of in tune there, kind of close. I'd have to tune it up, but you know, I'm probably gonna do a second look at this. Originally, that high string buzzed real bad. I went to file it, and that the little single string nut there broke when I was trying to file it to bring the string down to touch the fret more, to get rid of the buzz. It broke, but yeah, the string still holds in place, and it got rid of the buzz. Yeah, no more of that noisy buzzing there. But for $100, it ain't bad. It ain't the best, but it ain't bad. Now here, this is BCP, I guess is the company. It's just a cheap ukulele. Doesn't really holds its tuning good. I like the way it sounds. But intonation on it's terrible. It's cheap though. This is like a $20 ukulele. Was given to me for free. A friend of mine bought a bunch of these accidentally. He ordered one and they sent him one gross of. So he gave me one, gave a bunch of other people ukuleles. It's a fun little instrument, and you know, since it was free, why not, you know? Yeah, and last but not least, the last of my stringed instruments is my Sensonic. Yeah, still got it tuned to open E. Yeah, Sensonic's Pro Series acoustic guitar. I paid like $250 for this, something like that. Now keep in mind that's before they were selling all these budget guitars everywhere, because at the time I needed a steel string guitar, a steel string acoustic. All I had was the nylon string acoustics and that Fender 12 string. So I bought this just to have some, you know, a steel string for playing and for recording. It was, you know, $200 is pretty cheap. And back then they didn't have all these budget guitars. Now, honestly, $200, I have guitars I like way better. But I have become attached to this guitar. It sounds pretty good, and I use it a lot for open tunings and just experimenting with and all that kind of stuff, you know. And it does sound, it sounds pretty good. So anyway, that would be all of my, I believe that's all of them. I think that's all of my stringed instruments. I know, that's a lot of them. That's my whole collection. And I hope you guys enjoyed going through the whole collection with me. Love you guys. Hey, hit subscribe, man. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do more stuff about guitars and cheap instruments or budget. They're not cheap. I don't want to say cheap makes it sound like they suck. But they're budget. So, love you guys. Peace out.